TV11 News Saturday morning starts right now.
When we come back, celebrity historian Raffi Andonian is joining us live with some President's Day trivia for you.
Yeah, we put our presidential knowledge to the test when we come back.
I'm embarrassed to say.
Well, President's Day is Monday, and joining us with some Commander-in-Chief trivia is celebrity historian Raffi Andonian. I always say my favorite history teacher.
That's right.
Well, I appreciate it. Presidential.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you make it fun and interesting.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And now you're going to quiz us. Jen and I are doomed to fail.
So doomed.
Fact or fiction. We got some statements. We're going to put up each statement.
Okay.
And you're going to have to guess whether it's a fact or fiction. So let's start with the first one.
We've not been prepped, by the way. We do not know the answers.
Don't even know the question.
Go for it.
All right, the first one is the first ever presidential nominating convention was held here in Baltimore.
I'm going to say true. What do you
I'm going to go with true. All right, why not? True.
It is true.
Yes.
True times 3.
Really?
The 1832 election season. You had 3 different conventions here. First ever, second and third, all ever. One was for Andrew Jackson Democratic Party getting reelected. There's an anti-Jackson party, and then there was an anti-Masonic party. All 3 happened right here in Baltimore in that season.
Oh, wow.
Let's go to the second statement. Let's see what the second one is for fact or fiction. With its proximity to Washington, D.C., Baltimore leads the nation with 6 presidents nominated here in the Charm City.
I'll mix it up and say false.
I'm going to say fact.
All right, it is false.
Ah, you're right.
Fiction. So it is that there are 6 presidents nominated here, but it does not lead the nation. Chicago is number 1 with 10 presidents that have come there.
Oh, wow.
But Baltimore is number 2.
You tricky
Let's go
Raffi.
through a few of them. Andrew Jackson, I just mentioned, he was one of them.
Okay.
And he is here on this presidential silver coin that is from the United States Mint on the far left over here.
That's really cool.
Yep. And then after him was Martin Van Buren, who is also on the presidential coin. There's a second one there in the center. Both of them were nominated here and went on to win. And then you have William Henry Harrison after that, who got nominated here twice. The first time he got nominated, he went on to lose the election. Second time, he won the election, but the poor guy died in office a month later.
Yikes.
So, of course, his successor took over. And then after that, you have James K. Polk, also there on the silver coins, the last one, the third one on the right there. He, of course, helped establish local history here. His administration established a Naval Academy in Annapolis. And so, you know, you have multiple people in that 19th century that are nominated here, but it's not, even in the 20th century, you got Woodrow Wilson from neighboring state in Virginia. And the most famous one of all, Abraham Lincoln, on his second term, 1864, was nominated here. Of course, went on to win re-election, although he got assassinated shortly after that. So all from right here in Baltimore, 6 of them.
6 of them, but not leading the nation. Who leads the nation?
Chicago with 10. But you know what? None of those 6 actually came to Baltimore during the convention because it was not normal for candidates who were winning to actually come to the convention until 1930s.
Wow. Wow. Big change.
Let's go to the next one. Fact or fiction. Statement number 3. President John Quincy Adams nicknamed Baltimore the Monumental City. That's one of his nicknames.
I'm true. I'm just going true, false it.
All right, fact.
So it's a common legend that he named it the Monumental City, and he did call it the Monumental City during the toast in the Barnum Hotel, downtown Baltimore, but he did not nickname it. He did not come up with it. It was in newspapers in the years leading up to the moment that he did so. So he didn't come up with it. I know he plagiarized it. Can you believe that? But he did do it. He did call it that in the Barnum Hotel, as I mentioned, right here in Baltimore with the toast. Yep.
All right, little George Washington history.
Let's do it. We got to do George Washington on Presidential Day. It's his birthday this month.
I have one win.
Of course. So George Washington was famously greeted by celebratory cannon and crowds outside of his room during his overnight stay in Baltimore on his way to D.C. to become inaugurated as our nation's first president.
False. I say false because why would you go to D.C. to be inaugurated as the first president, and Philadelphia was the capital of the nation?
Oh, I'm not playing.
That's a nice catch. And you are right.
Because I'm from Philly, baby.
I say one little correction, though. The capital at that moment was New York City. It wasn't Philadelphia. But you got it right. But you got it right, because it was not that he was going to D.C.
And that's where his house was.
Yes.
So
yes,
great.
later on. But in that moment, it was New York City. It moved to Philly shortly after that.
Okay.
But you are right that D.C. was not the capital, was not there. It was not even, not even close. But it is true that he did stay here overnight. corner of Light and East Baltimore Street is where he stayed downtown.
Yeah.
The Cannon. He even gave a speech at night, but he was rushing. Some members of Congress were waiting for him for a month, so he was trying to get there. Stayed there overnight. Gets up at 5:30 a.m. Hits the road again and heads on up to New York City.
How long that journey took back then.
No
All right, we got time for one more.
Let's do one more fact or fiction here. The next statement is, in 1922, President Harding spoke at Fort McHenry during the dedication ceremony for the statue of Orpheus, honoring Francis Scott Key, even though the Star-Spangled Banner was not the national anthem.
I don't know. I'm just going to say false because I'm guessing.
I'll say true.
50-50.
It is actually true.
Oh,
it is true.
Nailed it.
And I wore my
Good
Fort
job.
McHenry
Good
pin,
day.
of course, in honor. We can't be here without talking about the
Should've seen the
Star-Spangled
clue
Banner.
there, right.
Now, you know, the trick there was, even though it was not the national anthem, it did not become the national anthem until the next decade in the 1930s. So it was not the national anthem at the time, but still a very popular song. Orpheus, of course, being the Greek mythological figure to singing and poetry and music, so it makes sense there. Honoring Francis Scott Key
Just guessed.
on Flag Day in 1922, but not yet the national anthem. But it did happen here at Fort McHenry, right here in Baltimore. A lot of presidential history right here in Baltimore and the surrounding area.
If I ever had to, like, play a game and, like, phone a friend and it was history, I'm calling you.
You don't call me.
I love you, girl.
I know.
Raffi's got it all up here.
Call Raffi. Raffi, thanks for joining us. I know we're going to be doing a lot with you this year with the 250th anniversary celebration.
Yeah, such a rich area of history here.
Yeah,
An easy place to come. A wonderful historical
Very cool.
center.
Thanks, Raffi.